there.
All right, we're talking with Darren Smith here on the BetQL guest line. Let's talk about beyond why EB didn't get a head coaching job, right? And why he has to make, I don't even think it's fair to call it a lateral move. He's getting a promotion. He's getting more money. He gets to be the unquestioned play caller. Let's talk offensively, what he brings and what you would expect Washington to gain from his years and years and years of experience and the most recent run of extreme success.
Well, look, one thing I will say is clock management. Now, for all of Andy's career up until Patrick Mahomes started playing for him, Andy's always been criticized for his clock management skills. And once Eric Bieniemy became the OC, he was someone that understood situational football. You know, the former running back, and look, he's been an OC at the college level and has been position coaches in college and in the NFL. So he understands the situation. And trust me, that's one of the things that I'd always ask him in the pressers. And to be quite honest, I remember right before the Super Bowl, we were talking. I think it was an AFC leading up to the Super Bowl. I asked him about what he thought the key would be, one of the keys that would be against the Eagles. He was like, run the football. I was like, you do know you don't see, right? Like, you can call the plays to run the football. So we had a good laugh about that. So he's someone that with being under Andy Reid and his tutelage, some stuff, you learn by osmosis, but he is someone that can strategize, that can put a game plan together, and sees things on tape, where the situational, or can see things that will later on down the line you can utilize because your opponent hasn't seen it. I'll give you a quick example. Everybody talks about the jet sweep that Kansas City's been known for ever since the Super Bowl years back. Well, the Jacksonville Jaguars did that against the Eagles in one of their games, and Eric Bieniemy found a weakness, and they utilized that against the Eagles in the Super Bowl, where instead of them going full blast on the jet sweep, they faked it, went around the other direction, and then you had two wide open touchdowns. Mm-hmm. That's something that Bieniemy saw that Andy Reid and no one else caught up on weeks before, and so that's something so that's something that you all will have with him, that he's a deep thinker and someone that if he uses the same philosophy that they utilize in Kansas City, even the backups, he will coach their backups, at least on offense, to be starters. So if someone goes down in Kansas City, they don't use no excuse. It's next man up. And so that's something else that you all get with Eric Bieniemy is the process on he's a good teacher. He puts people in positions to succeed. And again, he holds everyone accountable. And if you don't like it, then you might have a career if you're Shady McCoy, but it ain't gonna get you far in the long run.
B, you always talk about coaching all 53.
I tell him coach all 53, not just the starters. And I think Eric is doing that, and I think this team will benefit definitely from the fact that he's going to coach everybody like they're going to be on the field.
Yep. Look, and if people are upset about being held accountable, then you're in the wrong business because this is football. This is a gladiator sport. If people used to always talk about with the AFC Championship game, if Patrick and EB got into the locker room, like, first of all, if that was the case and Patrick didn't want him there, the Chiefs have invested $500 million into that quarterback. If you don't want somebody there, they're not going to be there. So so I tell people that first and foremost. So you got to understand the situation and know your facts and understand where it's coming from. Second of all, again, man, Eric Bieniemy, when you hold somebody accountable and you get in their face, that's because he wants the best for you. You got Tyreek Hill. You got look. Travis Kelce on a primetime game push Eric Bieniemy. Well, but I promise you this, and you can verify. Before the end of that half, he went back and was hugging and was cracking up laughing with it because he knows what would have happened had they got in the locker room, and it wouldn't have been a pretty sight. So look, man, this is a man's sport. If your feelings get hurt because somebody tells you stop fumbling the football or gets behind because you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, then you're in the wrong business.